There we are, we're live. Welcome to Central Valley Talk. I'm your host, Mike Briggs. And you know what we do here at Central Valley Talk? We celebrate what's good about the Central Valley. And there's so many good things going on out there. And so we're going to meet people and talk to people who are doing very cool things so you can know about them too. Our next guest is Betsy Champ, who we have known. She's been on the show 700 times now, a lot of times.
Maybe 698.
But you come and you talk about Linus, the Linus
Yes.
Project, where you get blankets to give to kids in crisis, and you give them to emergency services personnel to hand them out.
Yeah.
I know we're not here to talk about that today, but I wanted to point that out. And I was thinking, how does she make her living being a volunteer all the time? Because
I ask myself that a lot.
So Linus is volunteer, but you're doing something, and you got a new certification.
I have a new certification.
Tell us about
yes.
that.
There's my new certification, Access Bars Facilitator. That is something I've been working on for 2 years.
Access Consciousness Award of Distinction to Betsy Champ. You're an Access Bar Facilitator. It's a certification.
Which means I am now qualified to teach Access Consciousness bars. And there was a show we did, it's maybe a year ago now, that I did with Austin, and I had a mannequin head instead of Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And what I really wanted to do on that show was like do a little mini demonstration of bars, but the mannequin became Austin, so I've never actually shown it on your show. But Access Consciousness bars is a very light touch to the head. It's 32 pressure points that worst case scenario, you feel very relaxed, almost like a body massage when you're done. Best case scenario, your whole life can change.
Whole life can change.
Yeah.
And you have to know where those 32 points are.
Yes, and trust me, I have a cheat sheet because I have a short term sometimes. Yeah, but it's very, very, very relaxing. And the more I learn, the more I study, the more I find out how to manage extra stresses. PTSD, it's magnificent for PTSD. There's a lot of levels, there's a lot of fingers to access consciousness, and it's making such a difference in my thought process that...
It's all in the head. It's all points on the head.
Yeah, not like it's all in your head, but our body stores really what's going on inside the head.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's really where my journey started, was finding out what was going on in my body and what was creating it.
I began to believe in a lot of this stuff because I went to acupuncture.
Acupuncture.
Yeah, and how when my
Yes.
my sciatica over here was cured by putting some in my hand over here,
Yes.
and I go, oh, it's all there's connections.
There's connections, and people are so cut off from their physical body because we've been so trained that we don't know.
Right.
And I'm going to just stop the editorial right there. But
let me say
yes.
editorial of my own. I feel like doctors sometimes they have no idea of this stuff.
They don't.
And what I believe doctors do is they believe, and it's true, the body can heal itself.
Yes.
I got this pain for months. Well, take these aspirin and come back in a month, and it doesn't hurt anymore. I cured you.
Yeah, we don't cure
Right.
with access consciousness, but we facilitate the body's ability to recapture its energy and let go of what is not serving it. I was having one of those times, and I was just doing the random angry, like I wanted to punch my windshield, kind of like, I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
I was just exhausted. I looked at all the situations going on in my life, and I did not find an absolute correlation. I went and had my bars run. So, yes, you definitely want your own bars run, too. By the time I was done, the anger was gone, the tension was gone. I had energy again just from about an hour.
Wow. And then somebody, are they just like touching?
Yes.
Just touching these points where then
Yes.
where they are. Is everybody's in the exact spot, or is somewhere around here?
Well, there are specific measurements even, like one finger, not my finger, depending on who it is, depending on the person I'm working with. Because we all have different sized fingers. But I guess our fingers are about correlating to
Yeah.
our head.
Now, can you do it on yourself?
I can do part of it.
Part of it, yeah.
My fingers just my arms are just not that coordinated.
You're reaching all the way around. And
All
trying to
yeah,
go.
that's a lot of what when you do your own. That's
Yeah.
that's the contortions. But I do have an ask for the audience, if I may.
Please.
We talked about Project Linus a minute ago. I am no longer up in the Merced area. So Merced and Stanislaus County has their own coordinator. I'm so excited. Candy is doing a wonderful job. She made a connection right after the floods with the teacher at Planada School. Planada School flooded except for one classroom. So yes, there are blankets for the children at Planada School now. But I am really looking for someplace, a business that has office space I could use. And it's not like a whole office. I just need like 2 chaise lounge, 2 lawn chair kind of size area. I really want to come up and be able to offer complimentary bars to, I would love to start with our kids and the teachers.
In Merced?
In Merced.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you are somewhere up in that area and can make your space available, please do give me a shout. Oh, there's my phone number.
It's right on the screen.
It's right on the
Is that
screen.
all right?
Yeah, oh, perfect.
I just put it out there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's the easiest way to reach me.
Yeah. By the way, Betsy's number is 559-246-7956. So I'd never heard of Access Bar. I'd never
Yes.
heard of this. Maybe millions of people watching haven't heard of it. What's going to motivate one of them to call you?
Their heart. They want to give back. This is an opportunity.
I mean, people
No,
who
but-
need the service.
Oh,
Who would say, oh, yeah, it sounds like I need Access Bar.
somebody that would be watching the show today. I do have a class that I'm doing on the 12th. So if you're interested in a class, I also do.
So people can come and learn this.
Say
from you.
they can come and learn it. Yes.
I'm just thinking there's somebody watching out there says, oh man, I got all this, something going on and I just need some balancing or leveling out. And they would
Absolutely.
call you and get this.
Give me a call, we'll
treatment.
schedule an
Call it
appointment.
treatment, service, what do you call it?
Yes.
Treatment?
Service
Okay.
session. It's about, hey,
Is this it, by the way?
that's it. Yes, that is some photos of an actual session. Yes, they are all cleared to be used. They're on our social media.
Oh yeah, look at this.
It's really that simple.
It's just a light touch.
It's a light touch.
Uh-huh.
Children learn it really fast, and they respond even faster than adults. And then
Tell us about this.
find your happy. One of the co-founders of Access Consciousness was literally in the process with the 6-month plan of committing suicide.
Wow.
He had a bar session and his whole life. Now, this is over 20 years. He's still alive. Obviously, he did not commit suicide. It's great for those situations where I just can't get out. I don't know how to get out of this thought rut.
Well, the story you're telling about, you're just angry, you're driving, you want to punch something.
I know. It was
and
crazy.
You don't know what's come over you.
Yeah.
And maybe, that's what I'm saying, who watching would call and ask for this? So that's who? This person that just wants to...
Somebody that just wants to try something different, whether you've tried all the conventionals or not.
Right.
It's non-invasive.
Non-invasive.
It's non-chemical.
Yeah, so it's not...
We
You can
like
do
that.
no harm.
I can do no harm.
Right.
Which is one of my tenets of how I got started.
Yeah.
Only things that I'm not going to hurt somebody with.
I've
Ooh.
committed, we've talked about this a little, I'm going to take medications as a very last resort.
Yes.
So I want to keep searching for ways and finding ways, and
There are,
that's why
are
Betsy
lots
comes
of
on our show.
and-
Holistic, you call it holistic?
holistic, alternative.
Alternative.
It depends on which search engine you're looking.
Yeah. Because, again, back to the doctors, their first, well, let's do some surgery. Let's cut you open and look in there. I don't want to do that.
Let's give you some medication.
Right.
And then you don't read all of the side effects. That now you need a medication for the side effect,
Yeah.
and then a medication for that, and
Now, there are these
Yes.
commercials for medication, and
Oh,
they say,
my.
and if you're allergic to this medication, don't take it. Well, what? It always gets
you
me
don't.
on
Most people, in my personal experience, do not know they are allergic to a medication until they have
They die from
So-
it. Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
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 Anyway, I'm fascinated by this access consciousness, And you want a place to do it in Merced right now.
Yeah, just to come up even for like one Sunday.
We had a teacher on this show yesterday who teaches at that school. I wish I could remember her name. Maybe it's the same person you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, she teaches music and
Yeah, I don't know. Candy up there had made the connection, and it just worked.
Yeah. So maybe if you're in Merced and watching, Betsy could come up there and do some sessions for
Yes,
people.
that is because trauma is trauma, and it just continues. And this is one way to just start shifting it and mitigating the long-term effects.
Do you think if somebody came to you for an Access Conscious Bar session, that they would now say, "Hey, I want to come once a month," or, I mean,
Often
yeah,
in the
you did it, and then you
I
won
did
all the
it,
time.
and then I
then
just
you wanted to be an expert at it.
yes, and I'm still working on new classes, new certifications, because it's a whole dynamic change of thought. It even ties a lot of my meditation that I do for our world leaders. I do that live on Facebook on Thursday nights, is based on that connection policy and procedure that we do with Access, how we can all be connected, even our world leaders. And yes, I have gone through some major shifts in my thought about world leaders
Nice,
doing that.
very good. Betsy Champ, what else do you want our guests to know? We're almost out of time.
Wow. How does it get better than this?
I know. Well,
How does it get better than this?
I'm just fascinated by Access Bar. Am I saying it right?
Uh-huh.
Access Consciousness Bar.
Bars. Uh-huh.
And you're certified and everything, and people should try it if you're open and want to do it. And
Yeah.
call Betsy. She puts her number right up there,
I do.
559-246-7956.
And if you don't remember my phone number, please call here.
I'm going to keep this number on my desk. You guys call me. I'll give you Betsy's direct number. Thank you for
That'd be great.
Thank you again for coming, Betsy.
It's so nice to have you with me today.
I know, this is fun. And we'll be back with more right after this.